Hello everybody and welcome back to the 2017 Fermat paper. We're up to question number 20, so let's have a look here. Question 20, if m and n are positive integers, with n greater than 1, such that m to the n is equal to 2 to the 25 times 3 to the 40, then m plus n is... Okay, so we got some interesting options here. Let's take a look here. So we've got m to the n, 2 to the 25 times 3 to the 40. Okay. So I would say it's pretty clear that m has factors of 2 and 3. Obviously, we have no other prime factors. So I'm just gonna say it's 2 to the a times 3 to the b. Okay, there's no factor of 5 in m or anything like that. M is something like 6 or 36 or 12 or something like that. I mean, it's not 2 to the 25, 3 to the 25, so the factors are not evenly distributed. But we do have something to that effect. There has to be at least a 2 in m and at least a 3 in m. Otherwise, you wouldn't get the 2's and 3's as prime factors of our exponent. So m to the n has to look like 2a, 3b, all to the n. Now when we have an exponent out here, it can distribute to both of these, just using basic exponent laws. And then, again, basic exponent laws, when we bring the n inside, it gets multiplied. So this is 2an times 3bn. Okay, so an is 25, bn is 40. Now, since these guys all have to be positive integers, I can see that n has to divide 25, and n also has to divide 40. Now, n having to be a factor of 25, this tells us immediately that we have some very particular possibilities for n with both of them, just because they're so small. But this tells us that n is either 1, 5, or 25. And this one here tells us n is either 1, and there's going to be more factors here, but 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, or 40. Okay, so, n dividing 40, n being a factor of 40, not the most helpful. But in order for an n to satisfy this, it has to be on both lists. And other than 1, which we're told in the question isn't allowed, 5 is the only possibility. Okay, only possibility. So, that tells us that n has to be 5, and if that's the case, well then a has got to be 5, b has got to be 8. So m is 2 to the 5 times 3 to the 8, which is 32 times 6,561. And if I needed to, I could just multiply that out by hand, but I think we'll just spare ourselves some grief and do this quickly. So 32 times 6,561 is 209,952. So we want m plus n, 209,952 plus 5, 209,957. And hopefully that's one of the answers. I did notice that the answers were rather big numbers. But there we go, C. So C is going to be our answer for question number 20. Join me in the next video for question number 21, which will be the very first question in part C.